When you bite into a crisp apple, have you ever wondered where its journey began? This small fruit has traveled through thousands of years of history. It has shaped cultures, inspired myths, and sparked great discoveries. Apples have been painted in medieval art, sung about in poetry, and placed on the tables of kings as symbols of prosperity. At the same time, they have been tucked into lunchboxes, given as gifts, and enjoyed every day by millions of people. Apples are more than just food. They are symbols of temptation, health, knowledge, and life itself. From Adam and Eve to Isaac Newton, and to the glowing Apple logo, this fruit carries meaning far beyond its skin. Today, we will retrace the story of the apple, from its wild beginnings in Central Asia to its place as one of the most beloved fruits on Earth. Birthplace in Kazakhstan. Our journey begins in the rugged mountains of Central Asia, in what is now Kazakhstan. Here, forests of wild apple trees still grow. Scientists call them Malus sieversii, ancestors of every variety we know today. Imagine walking through these valleys thousands of years ago. The air filled with the sweet scent of ripening fruit. Birds scattered seeds overhead. Bears and deer feasted on fallen apples. Some fruits were tart, others sweet, each carrying unique genes. These genes would one day shape thousands of varieties we enjoy today. The Kazakh city of Almaty takes its name from the apple, meaning City of Apples. Today, scientists travel here to study genetic diversity. They hope to find traits to improve modern farming, disease resistance, climate tolerance, and new flavors. Without these ancient wild apples, the crisp red apple on your table might never have existed. Myths and legends. As apples spread beyond Central Asia, they also took root in human imagination. In Greek mythology, the goddess Eris threw a golden apple into a gathering of the gods. Engraved on it were the words, "To the fairest." This sparked a quarrel between Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. That moment led to the judgment of Paris, and eventually the Trojan War. A single apple changed the fate of nations. In Norse mythology, apples were magical treasures guarded by the goddess Idun. They granted the gods eternal youth and vitality, symbols of immortality. In the Bible, the apple became linked to the forbidden fruit of Eden. The original scripture never named the fruit, but medieval artists painted it as an apple. Over time, it became a lasting symbol of temptation and knowledge. Renaissance artists filled paintings with apples, using them to represent choice by sin and wisdom. Even in fairy tales like Snow White and the poisoned apple, this symbolism continued. Throughout myths and art, apples became mirrors of human desire and imagination. They were never just fruit, they were ideas. From the Silk Road to the Americas. The apple's journey across the globe was not driven by myths alone. It spread with people, through trade, travel, and exploration. Along the Silk Road, merchants carried seeds and saplings across deserts and mountains. Apples traveled alongside silk, spices, and precious stones, reaching Persia, the Middle East, and Europe. By the Middle Ages, orchards thrived across Europe. Monks carefully cultivated apples, preserving varieties for generations. They also brewed cider, often safer to drink than water. Apples appeared at royal feasts and on peasants' tables alike. During the great voyages across the Atlantic, European settlers carried seeds to the New World. In America, apples took root and adapted to new soils and climates. One man, John Chapman, better known as Johnny Appleseed, became a folk hero. He traveled the frontier, scattering seeds and planting orchards. Many apples were too sour to eat fresh, but perfect for cider, a vital drink for early settlers. His story became American folklore, symbolizing survival and hope. In a few centuries, apples spread from hidden valleys in Kazakhstan to nearly every corner of the earth. Symbol of knowledge and health. Over time, apples came to symbolize knowledge and health. One of the most famous stories involves Isaac Newton. As the tale goes, Newton saw an apple fall from a tree. That moment inspired his reflections on gravity. Historians debate the details, but Newton and the apple remain iconic. Apples live in our language. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, reflects belief in their healing power. In Germany, a similar saying goes, "An apple a day keeps the doctor at bay." In China, the word for apple sounds like the word for peace, so giving apples is a gesture of goodwill. In English, the apple of my eye means someone precious. Comparing apples and oranges reminds us not to compare opposites. Modern science shows apples deserve their reputation. They are rich in fiber for digestion, vitamin C for immunity, and antioxidants that fight disease. Around the world, unique varieties have emerged. Fuji from Japan, Granny Smith from Australia, Gala from New Zealand, Honeycrisp from America, all tracing back to Kazakhstan's wild trees. Global cultivation and cuisine. Today, apples are among the most widely cultivated fruits in the world. Over 80 million tons are produced each year. China grows more than half, while the United States, Poland, and Turkey are major producers. In spring, orchards bloom with pink and white blossoms. By autumn, they are heavy with ripe fruit. Thanks to global trade, we enjoy apples year-round, a luxury unimaginable to our ancestors. Apples shine in cuisines worldwide. In France, the caramelized tarte tatin is a classic. Austria and Germany celebrate the flaky Apfelstrudel. In the United States, apple pie became a national icon. Apples are pressed into cider, distilled into brandy, dried into snacks, baked into cakes, and sliced into salads. Every culture finds its own way to enjoy this versatile fruit. Nutritionally, apples live up to their reputation as everyday medicine. They help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and provide steady energy. Sweet, healthy, and endlessly versatile, the apple embodies both history and health. A bite of history. From ancient myths to modern science, and from sacred gardens to bustling markets, the apple's story is one of resilience and imagination. It has been the fruit of gods and peasants, scientists and dreamers, kings and children. Today, the apple remains a powerful symbol. In classrooms, teachers receive apples as a sign of gratitude. In technology, the Apple logo represents creativity and innovation. In everyday life, a simple apple represents health and vitality. So the next time you take a bite, pause for a moment. Realize you are tasting not just fruit, but thousands of years of history, culture, and ingenuity. You are holding a story that began in the mountains of Kazakhstan and now belongs to the world. Enjoyed this journey? Like, follow, and share your thoughts.